Y'all boys can keep talking about Bill Belichick's girlfriend if you want to, because my guy is in the back just stirring the pot, baby. He is cooking. Huddle up.
You don't want none! You don't want none!
What's going on, Tar Heel Nation? It is your favorite North Carolinian, Ross the Tar Heel, and in this huddle, baby, we're going to talk about the three newest Tar Heels that just committed to the University of North Carolina, man. And before we get into them, I just got to say this, bro. With all the talk, all the extracurricular bullcrap, dude, all the stuff that has nothing to do with, the gridiron and what's going on between the lines and the roster that's been accumulated and, the changing of the culture at UNC, man, all of that has been shoved to the side over the ridiculousness that is, Bill Belichick's stinking love life, man. And, while the media as a whole, whether it be professional or non-professional, has really just honed in on this one just, doesn't really matter topic, if you will. Bill Belichick has been in the back with a stinking pot, dude, and he is just absolutely adding transfer after transfer after transfer, and he is absolutely building this roster, dude. And it's pretty stinking crazy, man, when you think about what he has accomplished after taking the job late in 2025, and we're going to talk about that in just a second. But first, I want to introduce you guys to the three newest Tar Heels, man. And the first one, we'll go back in reverse order of when we heard the breaking news that they committed, and we'll start with Oklahoma State linebacker Jonathan Aguumadoo. And my guy is a 3-star. He was rated as the number 1,449 ranked player in the entire country in his class. He was the 129th ranked linebacker and the 209th ranked player in the state of Texas. Now, my guy's got really good size, man. He plays Texas football, 6'2", 220 pounds, and he played 1 year at Oklahoma State. So, once again, Carolina is getting a guy who has those, he's got the size. Michael Lombardi said, hey, one thing we have to do is we got to get bigger, right? And Oklahoma State is a good football program. Maybe they weren't very good last year, but as a whole, Mike Gundy has them playing football out there, man, and that's a good football culture. So you get a guy in here, once again, that can compete. He's young, high school class of 2024, and he can come in here and he can bolster that linebacker room. So, welcome, Jonathan, to the University of North Carolina, man. And it's going to be very interesting to see what this young man can do, man. He's got a great frame, and with the right coaching, he may very well be an extremely formidable guy here in the future. Maybe an underrated dude, to say the least. The second one, we get a guy from Florida, man. Gregory Smith the third, man. Former 4-star wide receiver / safety. He was ranked the 320th best player in the entire country, the 13th best athlete, and the 42nd best player in the state of Florida. Now, some people were recruiting as a wide receiver. Some people were recruiting him as a safety. My guy is 6'3.5", 191 pounds, bro. You cannot teach that size at the safety position. That is huge. That is absolutely stinking huge. And once again, we're talking about getting these bigger guys. Mike Lombardi said, hey, man, my guys, I gotta get a team that looks more like the SEC. 6'3.5", 190-pound safety, man. And that's, get him in the weight room, put on a couple more pounds, dude. And that's tough to throw over, right? 6'3.5", and we're talking about a Florida athlete, an SEC football player coming over, and once again to bolster that safety room, dude. So it's a 4-star guy, man. He's even a 4-star guy in the transfer portal. Under the radar, dude, if you will, because he's going to come over to North Carolina and he's got a great opportunity to make a splash very soon, man. 6'3.5" at the safety position, bro. And we're talking about Florida football, man. There's some places that play Florida or football, if you will. Obviously, North Carolina has a great football history. When we talk about Florida, Texas, California, some of these, Georgia, Ohio, Florida is the speed state, man. So I'm really excited about seeing Gregory Smith III come into Chapel Hill, man, and see what he can do in the back end of that secondary, man. 6'3.5" is tough to stink and throw over, dude. So really excited about that one, man. And the last guy that we picked up, dude, is Mr. Shamar Easter, wide receiver / tight end, man. The #1 ranked player in the state of Arkansas when he came out in 2023. He was the 175th ranked player in the entire country, the 10th ranked tight end. He had a 247 Sports Composite rating of .9302, and he is a stinking matchup nightmare, dude. 6'5", 225 pounds, man. And when you watch this guy's tape, which I strongly encourage you to do, he can line up inside, and he can also split out wide, man. Great hands. I've seen him go down and catch the football. I've seen him high point the football. Once again, he is a nightmare. He's a matchup nightmare at 6'5", 225 pounds. He can split the seam, and he's got enough speed to kind of walk away from you down the sideline as well. And I've even seen him make some really good cuts in the open field to extend the play and pick up some extra yards, man. So huge pickup, bro. Bolstering that tight end / wide receiver room. And you can't teach 6'5", man. You cannot teach 6'5". I strongly encourage you guys to look up Mr. Shamar Easter's game film, man. So, welcome to the Hill, Shamar. We are extremely excited and grateful that you are here, my friend. And I'm excited to see what you can do for North Carolina, Bill Belichick, etc., man. And so, you got two guys coming over from the SEC. You got one guy coming over from the Big 12. All three of these are, football cultures, if you will. And once again, this is just Bill Belichick operating under the radar, seemingly just creating a crazy good transfer portal. And it's a class of 2025. And what's insane about it is that he came on late. Now, once again, I have to say this. This did not happen as I had envisioned, right? Maybe there's still some question marks, if you will, with some of the, guys that maybe we thought were going to come in. But don't look now, bro. Carolina has the 9th ranked transfer portal class in the entire country. The 9th ranked transfer portal class in the entire country, dude. And that is insane when you couple it with the fact that there's only 2 schools ahead of them right now in the transfer portal class. Miami and Florida State. And guess what? That shouldn't really surprise anybody. North Carolina being number 3, that is stinking huge, bro. And if I'm not mistaken, as I look it up, it's not even really close. When you get down to the next 4th and 5th, Virginia and Georgia Tech. Now, North Carolina's got 37 commits. And we don't know that Bill Belichick is always going to do this, right? A lot of times, especially in the format that we have right now, the landscape of college football, when you step into a program and you're trying to change it and you're trying to mold it into your program, a lot of times you're going to have to do this, man. You're going to have to stink and glue together some pieces in the transfer portal. And then hopefully you can start to build, from high school and start accumulating more high school talent as well. I'm sure we're going to see a good mix, but it is pretty wild that North Carolina has 37 commits right now, which is, if I'm not mistaken, the most in the entire conference. And, they have really built this team starting in the trenches, and they're building it, in large part to the transfer portal, if you know what I mean. So, number 3 right now, dude, behind Miami and Florida State. And these guys are obviously transfers, but in the 2026 class right now, Carolina, and it's early, they have the 11th ranked recruiting class in the entire country. So a lot of people were talking about, is Bill Belichick going to be able to, resonate with these kids? Is he going to get out there on the recruiting trail? How long is he going to stink and be here? The kids might not think he's going to be here for that long. Dude, the dude is locked in, man. And the guy is recruiting at a really high level right now, man. And we should be extremely excited as stinking Tar Heels, bro. I can't wait for football season. I really can't. Because, I think a lot of people who are saying that this thing is not going to work, he is quietly building a solid foundation, for this roster. And we're just going to build upon this in the years to come, dude. So you let me know what you think about these 3 transfers down in the comment section. Tar Heel Nation, you let me know what you think about the 2026 class. Let me know what you think about, his recruiting, if you will, through the lens of all this garbage that we're hearing about his relationship with Jordan Hudson. What is really more important at the end of the day? And ask yourself this: if that is hurting the brand, if that is like just this detrimental thing, whatever he's got going on with his girlfriend right now, it sure as hell doesn't seem like it's having any factor, playing any factor in his ability to accumulate talent. So you can put that in your stinking pipe and smoke it. Anyway, let me know what you think about it down in the comment section. Like, share, and subscribe to the dadgum channel. It is a great day to be a Tar Heel. And we will catch you on the next one, Tar Heel Nation. Go Heels, baby.